in the blue color, we have got Dobr playing good old Ra. And on the other side, in the red, Kimo is picking Oranos. Finding himself a good fish spot. So is Dobr. Damn, that's a really good fish spot. Very close to the dock. Having so much trouble making this game audio work. Don't know why. Every game I have to reset the source. But anyway, this is the losers finals of the season finale. Labeled it the Forge of Olympus tournament. Every time we have a bigger tournament like this, we give it a name. So there it is. Gonna get to 5 on wood, empower with the Pharaoh, of course. There's 4 on food, which is enough to keep villager production going, but there's also fishing ships contributing, so more than enough now. As for the map itself, we have got some relics. The Black Lotus here and the Harmonious Necklace are on. We got a bunch of elk. So Kimo could be targeting those later in the game, but for the moment, I'm definitely certain that he's happy enough with fishing ships. The gold mine isn't that forward, so I don't think Kimo will try to bullet this too hard. And in fact, I'd more expect Dobr to make a box here between 2 towers and the town center. Box out of wall, and yeah, just use shifting sands to trap some army in there. Should be the plan. Probably will go up to 3 docks. I'm not sure he wants to go up to 4 docks against Oranos, just in case he does get pressured somehow. Also, would like to see a wall in the back so that the Valor doesn't target the dock or something crazy. Unlikely that something like that will happen though. Kimo already exploring for the next fishing spot, as he is thinking about the second dock, no doubt. Yeah, he's sending it to the back here. The corner is generally a good idea. That's where the fish are very likely to spawn, and there is 1 patch of fish here, plus these. Berries running out for Kimo, but is that enough to advance? Yes. So he as soon as he has the food, he switches off to wood. So we're gonna see some heavy water play, or it could be just Terma, but I would say water. We'll need a few more on gold, however. This citizen is very easy to switch over. Very little walking distance, very little lost time due to that. Oracle is just pretty much surrounding the base and getting intel the best they can. He still doesn't know where the gold mine is, but yeah, Dobr got the back wall, so that is fantastic. Very good stuff.
Switching, he should also move his fishing boats. Like, he has only 1 at the top fish, but he could send 2 more there. Would have perfect walking time.
You're very, very quiet, Kiyomaku.
It's better now?
Not much.
And now?
Now it's good.
Okay. So yeah, he could move his fishing boats over to the top dock to have a bit better walking time.
Yes, and also if he does move like these bottom 3 fish that he's got, the ships, then he could use the second dock here to make while he's advancing. But anyway, that's done. And by Reams. So Dobr did go up to 3 docks. No, 4. Oh, 4 docks, excuse me. What a power move. Well, if you can keep all those going, then great. If not, then not so great. It's not gonna be too much going on the land from Kimo just yet. But oh, actually, that's a lie. He's making a counter barracks and a military barracks. So
yeah, and
soon
it's
he
a
will
correct
crush
play
it.
because the wood lines are actually really exposed. But Dobr taking a TC, that would actually solve the issue quite well.
Yeah,
Because if he without that TC, he would only really have the top wood line to gather from. But this TC secures him another one.
it's very nice. Now, the Oracle and the Prometheus actually did take down the tower. It was completely naked, no wall chips, and no houses around it. But it looks like the Vadget is taking care of what remains here. Anyway, wait a second. Is Dobr just not gonna... is this some 2TC fast heroic business? He's not making ships.
He doesn't have the food for it, and he also certainly doesn't have the gold for farms. I think he's just trying to transition to land while losing water in a more respectable way.
Or maybe he'll quad pump ships in a moment. Yeah, it looks like that's it.
I
Because
don't know.
he's putting so much on wood, right?
Yeah, it's suspicious. He might. It might be his plan.
No, Kimo's doing his best to harass these fishing ships. It's getting quite a bit of damage done. Lots of idle time. Some kills here and there. But overall, the fishing ship count is even. It's just that Dobrs aren't gathering. Which does hurt. Kimo did completely stop making ships now. So he might be outnumbered in a minute. Should start more middle probably.
That's a lot of cabinets. The worst position is interesting. But Kimo gets his own TC, so won't be behind on that for long. And Dobr also very keen on walling up. Actually, that's a third TC for Kimo.
Why not? You know what's better than 2? It's free.
Well, what's better than 3?
I know.
Not
That's
4.
what some people do. But
Because when you take 4, you throw.
yeah, pretty much. Oh.
Okay, he's actually taking the 4th one as well.
Do you think it's a throw?
No, not against Ra. And I mean, the correct place usually goes segment, but he does not have nearly enough army to actually push the TC. But one thing that Ra can do is his own version of Ragnarok, where he just takes Skin of the Rhino Villages, Scarabs, and just face rolls over the entire base. It's legit strategy.
Yeah, I know.
Because-
It's strong.
And it's super fun to do, especially in team games. But this is not a team game, but we will see. If he can get to a critical number, he can maybe pull something off. All he needs really is an army to match that of Kimo, and if he can match the army, then he just needs to destroy all the buildings and he can win from there. But we will see.
Yeah, Skin of the Rhino is just one of those texts that just prompts one of the Anakin and Padme memes. You've got an upgrade to make villagers tougher. You'll use it for defense, right? Right?
Which meme are you getting at?
You don't know that? Okay.
I know a lot of them, but that one eludes me.
Star Wars meme, Anakin and Padme.
I have to look it up.
Yeah.
But that's a serious fight for the gold mine. It's also his only gold mine that he really has access to. And it looks like Dobr is taking a lot of damage, but the village is tanking for the slingers, and Kimo is falling back for a bit.
They don't
But it's
actually
only plus-
have the upgrade actually right now.
I think this might be a game-ending fight right here, because there's no heroic at all, and that's pushed off. Kimo's controlling all the gold mines. I think he's never going to gather gold again in this game. I don't see Dobr gathering gold in this game again. I think this is over right here.
Especially that shockwave was so good. Look at those Murmillos still right on top of the slingers and the villagers. So they're kind of getting wrecked here. The villagers having to fight the tournament non-stop. But Kimo, do you think he should just pull back for a second and make it to 160 pop and attack? Because whatever.
I don't think he needs to, and I don't think he should.
Because he's kind of killing everything right now, right?
Yeah,
so.
he's winning the fight, and he does not need to give Ra any gold here.
Is that upgraded Prometheans?
Yes.
They have alluvial clay. Insane.
They have an upgrade? What? A tech that I never see. I mean, they have a unique skin for me, so when I have an upgrade, I see it.
Yeah, that's why I noticed as well. Cause,
yeah,
cause they don't change their name. It's so dumb. I wish every upgrade changed the names.
And Kimo is gathering with 3 heroes from the gold mine. But he is on the bottom gold mine, and Kimo, he's not really sending to it yet. Did he not notice? I'm sure he noticed. I mean, he had a unit there, and he lost the unit, so he should be aware, and he's going.
I think he's going. Yeah.
But what is Dobr's population right now? 107.
It's rough business, especially with Kimo going heroic. So I think we'll be seeing a bunch of Quintarius from him to finish this crappy classic army off.
I think Dryads and Birds are enough.
Fair enough.
He needs priests to deal with both, and both cost gold, and priests are otherwise weak. So it's gonna be very rough for him to afford that.
Yeah, Terma are on top of the slingers, and the villagers are having to fight Murmillo. This is just not a good fight for Dobr, not at all. And Kimo is able to jump Mythic right away. He doesn't need to mess around here. Just needs to make a market, which obviously takes a moment. But meanwhile, Dobr is losing every single villager he's got, which is just sad news. So Murmillo do end up dying to all the slingers and the vills, but I mean, he did kill a lot, right? So Dobr actually enjoying a lot of food from all the fishing ships. Not sure he really needed to make all those farms, actually. If he didn't make the farms, he'd been heroic ages ago.
What? That was a gap?
Oh.
You see the slingers?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
that sometimes
no.
happens.
I find it a bit shocking that Dobr managed to actually secure that gold for himself. But it's not going to change too much. Kimo's lead is too massive.
Well, heavy destroyers, they won't mess around.
They will destroy.
They will destroy. Good point.
I mean, finally a unit that does what it's supposed to do.
I know, right?
Oh, the lone slinger raid on the bottom. Harassing a citizen. That's actually value. That's massive value. Citadel.
What? It doesn't actually help that much when it's already damaged. Although you'll repair it faster, I guess.
And it deals much more damage.
It does.
But Hecate. And
Oh, nice.
where's...
The rain is actually
Oh,
really
there's
smart.
the rain. Yeah.
Well timed.
He actually has barely any farms, and Kimo is profiting more from this rain. I mean, he has the farms, but he's not farming, so... It's really Kimo that gets the value.
Hero Destroyer conversion to take down the fat jet. That works pretty well, actually. Look at that damage. Oh my god. Lampe's getting a little bit weak. Wouldn't be the worst idea to convert the Scarab with it. Citadel is almost fully repaired, but with Kimo being a mythic, he could just stop making destroyers and switch to fire siphons, and this would be over quick. Also, hey, the birds are actually on the gold mine, taking out these vills.
At the priest.
Yeah, one priest.
Oh, the birds actually do really good damage to the priest.
Yeah,
You
no
could have
pierce
killed
armor.
it.
It's mad. Like the birds do have minus 75% damage, and they still do. they still beat it. Priest needs upgrades, man.
Wow. So many wounded villagers, the bird is going ham.
Yeah, and Kimo can now just pick favorite maps for him, right? That he actually wants to play. If he... Oh wait, actually no, he would have to lose, sorry. That's not how it works.
That's not how it works. Imagine you win and then you pick the map.
Oh my.
That would be a massive snowball.
Yeah, Dobr's out. Just nothing left to do. I think he did okay on the water, but then, you know, just making farms when he doesn't need it is, I don't know. Seemed very unnecessary, and he could have been heroic too. Spawning in the blue color, Kimo is gonna be playing as Oranos. And on the other side, in the red, Dobr is Ra. Kimo just taking the safe route. Oh, it's the oasis with the big forest in the middle. So it's very heavily split in that way. And, you know, 2TC Ra should be really safe. It also sort of secures this gold mine outside of the 2TC area. What hunt do we have this time? We have 3 giraffes. Bunch of baboon, bunch of zebra.
Naka?
Hello.
Am I the only one that is confused that Dobr selected Oasis?
I'm not sure actually.
Why would you pick this against someone who just played Addy against you?
I'm not sure. Because it's gonna be hard, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Especially not being able to find the goats.
I think he is Yeah, I think one of the strats that he can do here is fast mythic, fast titan. He is a bit fortunate to have 6k gold mines that are in a reachable place. So, and his TC is also quite good, honestly. His bottom TC for trading is gonna be quite good. He could even have like a short trade starting from his main base to that TC. Like imagine where you see his that small forest on to the left of his base. Imagine he makes a market from there and just trades
Yep.
to his back TC.
For sure, for sure. But even okay, let's say it's a super aggressive game, right? And Kimo keeps bullying the whole time. Dobr can still do the safe trade from his south corner. But if he can do the full route, that is freaking sick. Especially if you empower that. Have a quick advance out of Kimo, 4 minutes. Goat's going home. And Kimo's gonna be on his last zebra. But obviously Atlanteans, they have actually a pretty good time gathering from baboons, right? So there is that. Relics are the mithril horseshoes. Wow, if if Ra gets that, that's insane. There's another relic somewhere. Did the pharaoh already? No. Where is the second relic? Oh, Oracle has it. Kimo actually converted the Oracle to take that blue crystal shard. Oh, I didn't change the scoreboard. Good reminder. Thanks to Matrius. We're gonna see a box in the base. It's a nice box. There's gonna be units in the box.
Yeah, I'm not very fond of how he placed the walls.
No, that's a tiny one, right?
Yeah, I mean, he could have spent the same amount of gold, but had a larger cage, so a little bit mess up on that. But what's Kimo's plan here?
Oh.
When is he going to take ETC?
I've never seen this happen before. He was hunting a giraffe. He missed the shot, and the giraffe went back into the fog of war. So the villager went idle. I've never seen that before.
I think I've seen that before. But there's still the idle hero, and he's not noticing it, and that's massive idle economy.
Yeah, that hurts. Okay, that budget is toast.
No, it's not.
Okay, it's
because
not.
Timos are on vacation.
One villager might die, I guess. He's targeting the pharaoh.
Which is good because it doubles the idle time.
Oh!
What?
Idle time galore.
Why are the Prometheus not attacking TTC? They could slow it down so much.
They could.
They're just idling.
Well, Terma have to get out now. Anyway, that pharaoh escaped the last shots, by the way. All 3 Terma missed.
They are definitely not good. And there are no more Termas by Kimo, I think. He's probably just saving up for TC. He already has all the resources he needs, so... Ah yeah, he just paid it, I think. And he could consider going 3TC very soon. Which would give Dobr an opportunity to play aggressive, but only if he actually expects it.
Yeah. Well, let's see what he sets up for. Should be a rain fairly soon. I mean, how many farms is that? 9. 11. They usually do it at 13. Though I've definitely seen smaller reigns. I think Dobr likes the big ones. Spamming all the houses down in the corner there. And Kimo's going free TC. He likes his strat. He's just repeating what he did on Midgard, except without fishing eco. This time, Kimo doesn't really have anything to pressure with.
I mean, he's not really trying to pressure, he's just setting up.
Yep. But I guess as long as he has the free TCs, he can boom a bit better than Dobr anyway. Although he won't be heroic anywhere near as fast. It's a lot of gather rates. A lot of resource gathering going down.
Arthur, interesting. That's actually a very rare selection. Against Adi, I think. Oh, and he cancelled a segment. Makes sense.
Oh. Yep, I think it's a good idea. I mean, would love to. Ooh, Kimo, he's doing the skin of the rhino play, I think. That
You
you were
think
talking
he's
about.
going for?
I hope he's doing it. And not just getting the upgrade for funsies.
I mean, it's a generally good tech, but I'm not a fan of him getting it at this point because it takes so long to complete. Like on Woobly, they didn't actually move it to the temple. It's still on the TC.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't understand why they didn't do that. I guess they're just really afraid of giving Ra any buffs.
I guess so.
And yeah, so the tech takes so long. It's like you go down 3 villages when you research it.
I mean, to be fair, Egyptians are stronger here than on EE anyway.
I am not so sure.
Although, well, I guess recent nerfs have changed that, but
Yes,
Egyptians have
exactly.
options like Kopesh there and stuff like that. Phoenix are better, I think.
And well, Mercs are severely nerfed on Woobly.
The same there. They've lost stats and train time too.
To the same degree at this point?
That I'm not sure about. Let me see.
Because Woobly is like really slow. Like extremely slow.
Yeah, that's the same. The train time, I mean. What, 6 seconds? I'm not sure that it's that. I think it's 4 seconds for the Merc cap there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I double nerfed
it's
it here, okay.
Yeah, and well, rock, etc. Anyways.
Yeah, the rock, that's right. Actually, the rock is way faster on EE.
There's a lot of trouble coming for the Ra player very soon. Oh, the TC. Yeah, that's probably a very good time to take the TC.
Kimo is missing manners.
Really? Oh, you're right.
Bad mannered.
It's a correct statement. Oh, he has realized he's building it. I wouldn't even be surprised if they deleted to rebuild it somewhere else as a safety measure, but
Well, overall, very peaceful game. It's 12 minutes and very little has died. But anyway, here go the chariot camels. See what they can catch. Sky passages. I like that a lot. And that's a lot of Terma. Potentially too many for the chariot. Ooh, great shockwave. Should be able to take down some of those chariots at least. Yeah, not bad at all.
Wow, lots of stuff died here. And the war's blocking his own units. That,
Oh,
that's
and it
not what
doesn't
you
do
want.
anything in the end.
Yes.
Ouchies.
And Hyperion is being cute.
Yeah, that's gonna be a game changer. Once the satyrs are out, then Kimo can just spend a little bit of wood on those while stockpiling the other resources. Go Mythic. And be a generally scary boy. So, Dobr did go with that back trade. How much is that worth? Looks like 84 gold. Got 2 sky passages then. And Kimo can really go wherever he wants.
He is actually getting Gemino.
Good. He should. If you make more than like 2 satyrs, it's better than making another satyr. Like, let's say you have 3, then get Gamino.
Osiris has been started. I think the timer has begun for Kimo because once Osiris hits, the game changes.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
the fact that Kimo is slower to Mythic Age is big, because that also means that Dobr has a very realistic chance to be Titan first.
Yep. Yeah, I'm curious about that actually. There could be a big destroyer attack here, but only one of the passes is training them, so each of them will take 10 seconds to make. Plus, he's at the population limit anyhow. Still on Terma. Like, the Terma are gonna be just a wasteful unit at this point. You can probably keep alive the heroes, but the rest, just trade them to the chariots, honestly. Okay, Kimo is getting the trade now. With the catapulties, he'll easily win against the cavalry, and then the Terma can take down the chariots. He's not even losing many units here. Whereas Dobr is kind of getting shreked. Oh, he really
Does he
didn't...
have the eco
So-
to go Titan? He does.
Oh, he
He
might
actually has it. If he just spent a lot of resources on Carpenter's flood control and Spearman attack. If he hadn't done that, he could have just researched Titan immediately. He has a favor for it, and I think it was a mistake that he didn't. Like, he has to set priorities, and Titan would have been the one. I cannot overstate how important it is to go Titan against Addy.
Well, there's some of Osiris. Let's got some basic upgrades going.
He's empowering the parry.
That
That was a misclick.
Miko goes down to the Tartarian gate then.
Yep, and the trade is also going to be quite a bit of danger here.
Yeah, it's
No siege around.
targeted with the TC. Tartarian gate actually has architects, so this one will live a bit longer.
So someone intelligent designed it.
And we've got the Sky Passage being used, so Kimo is just completely switching sides. Should be a pretty good attack here. While the Tartarian gate is on. I like it.
Oh yeah, if you can get that Micro down, that would be really nice.
Looks like he's just going for the TC right away.
Sure.
Converting the Mercav. Oh, the
Although
villagers.
I don't think he can take the TC down.
No, really doesn't look like it. He's got 3 satyrs here, so that's good. Now towering up.
I think the game is not going well for Kimo though. Like the pressure is basically gonna get weaker and weaker from here on out. Meaning, with every second passing, the game will go further and further to victory towards Dobr.
Yeah, he has
And
170 pop, so
yeah.
it's kinda
His economy is also not weak at all. He has almost 100. I mean, he basically has 100.
yeah, maybe Kimo can get ahead a little bit on the upgrades, but not by much. He'll need fire siphons to break this, that's for sure. Too many Arcus, and honestly a very small military army from Kimo here. That's a tiny army. Dobr can easily outnumber this. Like, most of it was either in the Sky Passage, because that's what he's rallying into. So you'd have to constantly eject from that. There's the siphon. Oh, just need like 4 more of those and then you can actually take a TC. That's like the big move he needs. Dobr already secured the long trade now, so he's no longer completely rallying to this for TC anymore. How much is this worth? That's worth 96 gold, that route, so good choice for sure. Siege tower doing its best against these towers. Probably should have targeted the fire siphon, but there are cavalry mercs, so it won't live long anyway. It's only got 55 crush attack.
Where are the catapults?
Good question. Just one of them is enough. You don't need to spend money on like 3-4 siege towers.
The towers for Kimo are basically his only hope to do something.
Yeah, he could keep the towers and get rid of the Arcus. Just no more Arcus and just make siphons instead. I think the time of the satyr is over as well.
His son of a Ceres definitely agrees with that.
But he's still making those. I don't know. Seems not right. Maybe some lampades going after villagers and just deleting themselves. I don't know. That could be a play, but there's not that many villagers in one spot for Dobr anyways. Gold mines are pretty much irrelevant when you have such a good trade. So it's not gonna be gold mining. Siege Workshop is going down. Maybe there's some potential here for the siphons after all. The tower spam is getting real. But if Kimo wins this, that's insane.
Yes, and this is about as close as you will get. I mean, if this push fails, I don't think he's ever gonna get this close again.
Yeah, but those towers are getting so much done. Finally, there is a catapult.
Yeah, And with that, goodbye, towers.
Yeah, so you'll have to dive the catapult with the destroyers or something.
Yeah, but Son of Osiris will not have that happen.
No.
Oh, Son of Osiris is not paying attention, taking the wrong ones.
Yeah, he's also pulling
And
back the
Destroyer's
catapult.
gone.
Yep.
But also the main TC. It's not many, but Kimo is sending some units into Harris. But I don't think it's very effective. And also, Dobr finally taking the score lead. What a surprise, honestly.
Stones off red linen is coming in for the catapults. Before engineers even. So, yeah, that's gonna be a nice little boost to the crush damage. It's only gonna get worse from here. Like I said many times. You know what? Kimo has way overdone his economy, actually. That is
Has
too many.
he?
Yeah, that's too many vills. He's losing army because he doesn't have enough army. So he's having to spend more. And he's dead.
Oh. What a game. What an unexpected loss.
No, he tried, but Dobr did good. Do you think Kimo overboomed?
I am not sure. I usually think that aggression is best against Ra, especially gold starving. But this map, maybe it was not good enough to gold starve him, so he wanted to boom instead. But also, I am not sure where it exactly went wrong. I would have to analyze this game a bit more.
Blue color, Kimo. He's Orano's main now. On the other side, we've got Dobr. He's still Ra main.
So many rhinos. This
Yep.
is the highest hunt it can get.
Yep, that's as high as it
And
gets.
giraffes. Do you see them in the middle?
Yeah, oh. It's like that last time. It's giraffes. So I suppose both players are gonna have that eventually. Yep, there it is.
1,000 kilogram.
Yeah, it's 8,000 kilograms right there in one place. How does the map not collapse? I don't know.
So 1,000 kilogram equals 300 food.
Yeah, and there's some zebra here.
So how much does a rhino weigh? If someone in chat knows, I could calculate
according
the
to
food
Age of
per weight.
Mythology. It's not much more than a zebra then. Sorry, than a...
Oh, actually, the tooltips of the game have it listed. It says that it's
in pounds.
1,800 to 2,700 kilograms for a rhino.
Oh, you have it in German?
No. Wait. Oh, right. It actually is in German. My brain literally doesn't process which language it is anymore.
Yeah, I don't do imperial units. Sorry.
Oh, but it also the giraffe. Whoever said it was 1,000 kilograms, not quite. It's actually 1,900 up to it at least.
Wow.
So it could almost be 2,000 kilograms. Giraffes are thick.
And what did you say about rhino? How much?
Up to 2,700 according to the wiki.
Really? So they're very similar actually.
Well, the lowest it can be is 1,800. So the lowest of the rhino is the highest of the giraffe. Which is why the rhino deserves double the food. But that means the rhino actually... Wait a second. That means the giraffe has a higher weight to food ratio, right?
It does. It does.
But that makes no sense because the rhino is actually very meaty and the giraffe has skinny legs.
It's just got heavy bones, okay?
Alright. Okay, but a meaningful discussion for the game will actually begin soon because the build order stage is almost over. I mean, technically the build order goes on until a long time, but Temple is started and empowered with 2 villagers and a priest, and we are going to have a game.
True.
But what will he show us here? He has a decent gold mine, and he still has so much hunt, so Tato DC? Maybe. If he can get heroic, he could technically sell wood. He could even go mythic, like 2 TC fast Titan fast, and the map should be safe enough for that. I don't really see how he can be raided because the forest would be behind both of his TCs basically, like between both. It's not very raidable there. Like this is one of the safest maps.
This Pharaoh is going places. We're gonna see some real bullying.
Yeah, but it won't really find anything.
Well,
I mean, it's beelining straight for the Rhino villages, I suppose.
yeah, which should be great, but there's gonna be a manor. So
Yeah, because he's well mannered.
yes, Kimo is gonna have enough time to get Terma out, I think. Oh, the oracles are going back to their natural habitats.
What
Oh!
the is?
That's not what I expected.
That is not a 2 TC boom.
No, it's not.
It is a 1 TC boom, but the boom goes to the TC of the opponent.
That is absolutely savage. Now the Pharaoh has idled one villager, and some villagers have been pulled off to bully the citizens gathering resources, so that is generating quite a bit of idle time. Dobr's doing a really good job here, although he will lose some of the villagers attacking the TC. I think he has more than enough to keep up the fight. This is brutal. Kimo is in so much trouble right now.
Kimo has to evacuate his citizens here.
Yeah, I think if you're Ra, you just go home. You've done the work.
You can still take out the towers. Towers get destroyed by villagers really quickly, actually.
That's true.
But
right now the villagers
he's
are getting destroyed.
losing so much to tower fire. I think if he loses any more than this, then Kimo is gonna have a very quick victory after this. I mean, this looks super scary, I know, but when it actually comes down to the economy, Kimo has what he needs to make units, and the units will kill the villagers. So
yeah, it's not
he has to be really careful.
I think he should have left ages ago, honestly. Because now he's gonna be chased by multiple Terma.
Yeah, and he has nothing behind it. Oh, he has one villager fighting a rhino, but he has to macro so carefully.
Well, the tower should help.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's gonna lose the villager at this rate.
No, the villager should win.
Okay, good. Yeah, he overgathered gold, it seems. Like, you're supposed to overgather the food a bit, so that you can keep making bills, but big trouble here. Kimo.
I would have never expected to see villager rush
No.
in losers finals.
Yeah, I really do think that he's lost too many vills. They're really weak, so the priest should definitely try to heal them up.
Yeah, with only 14 villagers, he's down to archaic age again.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if he was producing any villagers at all during the rush. Usually when you do something like this, you want to at least grab the TC like immediately afterwards. But he wasn't able to do so.
Nope, now the villagers are being made. I wouldn't mind seeing like another priest or two, to be honest. Just to help defend against Terma.
Yeah, also like imagine he had lost the towers. Like if he had sent like one villager or so to the towers to knock them all down because they do so much damage to it, he would have lost all the protection. He could have then technically also knocked down the counter barracks with villagers, and
Yeah.
Kimo would have had no production.
Yeah, like
But
the TC went down very easily, right? So
yeah, but he had no resources to rebuild the TC, which also really hurt it. And now Kimo is the one trying to deal some damage, but it's only
oh, that's a
3
gap.
thermos.
Damn.
Or 4 actually.
The towers are helping a lot, of course. But if Kimo can pick off just 1 or 2 villagers with this tournament, then I think he's done the damage he was looking for.
Yeah, he already has. Like, he's looking for more now. Okay. That might be another dead villager. Can they shoot?
Well, they're chasing.
Can they hit?
Oh, missing.
Oh, they're drunk. Oh no, now it's time to get out though. Now they need to get out. Freeze are amassing. Oh, he's still going for the villages. If you can find the low-health villagers. But actually they're mostly hidden at the town center. It's the safest spot, that's really nice.
That is actually good management by Dobr, for sure. He's prepared for this. Okay, well, Kimo is back to normal. But he hasn't been able to make villagers, so get this. Dobr has made 8 villagers in the time that Kimo has remade his DC. And he got 1 citizen for that. So I think Dobr is totally back in this.
22 villages.
It's not bad. I mean, it could be better. And
Well,
Kimo is looking for the second TC, so he knows how to get back into this game, of course. But
I
don't
would
think
say
Dobr is
economy
lost
advantage
yet.
is still on. I would say economy advantage is still on the AD side. But let's see what resource total has to say about it. Actually, I can't check. I don't have post game as a player.
I don't dare to
But
go
you
there
can
because
tell me.
I'll accidentally press. I'll accidentally press quit.
Oh
It's
no.
the stupidest button ever.
Yes. Oh, it's so annoying that some of the hotkeys exist that literally take you to campaign or something. Like when you check the tech tree and you're just in the middle of a game and suddenly you go to campaign or something, it's so annoying. But that's that's really interesting what Kimo is doing with his getting behind the enemy lines. But he must be careful not get himself trapped here.
He's microing so well though, so it's not gonna happen. But he's lost some hit points. And
Yeah, but
doing damage here just means that the priest will heal everything back up anyway. So if he's not getting kills and he's losing units, that hurts.
okay, gets at least 1 spearman. Oh, that's so much damage, honestly.
28 villagers to 10 citizens now. So that's pretty much where Dobr wants to be. It's just 1 TC versus 2 now. That's a problem. So that's not gonna stay in that ratio anymore.
Yes.
Killing the Terma should be no problem if they stay and fight like that, though. Maybe he can get something out of these giraffes.
Looks like Dobr is going for some aggression himself, and he's actually lured right back because the moment he left, he's already attacking the economy.
20 population up now. And yeah, suddenly he has 13 vills. It's not bad at all. Hope we just can't catch this. There are so many Murmillos. Do you think Kimo should just go with everything and shockwave that and fight?
Sure, that army, like those Murmillos beat that. Like that army is big enough. You can just try to get him trapped, and like if you can get the Murmillos between him and the base, that would be nice. Like between Dobr and his own base.
Yeah, or shockwave with the villagers included, but I don't know.
Why is Kimo microing this way?
I have no idea. It's an anti-micro.
Yeah, like he got all the Millers out of the fight. It doesn't make sense. Just fight.
There's the shockwave. And yeah, that should swing it. This game is
And
over.
I think this is the game. Like he's just gonna clean up the entire army and he's gonna kill villagers. I think this is the game right here.
Be unbelievable if Dobr comes back now. He's got 2 TCs,
Yes.
but besides that, nothing. He's lost his entire army to Kimo's, and Kimo's army is still big. So it's a disaster. He's dead.
That swung really quickly. Really nice try though. There's potential in Villager Rush, but you have to be very precise because your target is actually the citizens too, and he never really went for them.
Yeah, Kimo got very far ahead in all resources. You can see the graph right now. It's actually crazy. Kimo this time is gonna be playing Isis on Anatolia, and his opponent Dobr is going for Ra. Ra. They're gonna be choosing the same side for their docks. Wait, is that the backfish for Kimo?
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh yeah. What the hell? That's a little
This
confusing.
is not good.
No.
You never want to place your first stock on backfish. I think it's not good.
Yeah, that's interesting. And what do you think about the matchup? That's just difficult with AE, no?
I consider it almost unwinnable, but it depends on how ISIS plays. It's just so simple from a math perspective too, because what do you get as Ra? You get, I mean, either Eclipse or Shifting Sands, and Shifting Sands is mostly denied by monuments. You can use it depending on where ISIS goes, so I guess the God Power exists, but then Locust doesn't really exist against ISIS because of monuments.
Yep.
And Scarabs, if played properly, should not work against ISIS. And that leaves you with Rain. And Rain on water maps, unless you're making farms, which means you're abandoning water and giving it to ISIS for free, doesn't really do anything besides deny a God Power for a minute. So, and then on the other hand, you have ISIS, who gets Prosperity, which does not require any investment at all. And then you get AE, which does a ton of damage, and also does not really require any setup at all. So yeah, you're suddenly in a position where it's like you have a button which does your opponent can't use God Powers for a minute, and your opponent has 3 very impactful God Powers, and all you get as a compensation for that is your ability to empower with a priest and faster units. So
Well, the
Ra
mega
has
units
to
are
work.
stronger to HP,
yes,
but then
a
Isis
little
gets the
bit.
population, so that's almost offset.
Yeah, and cheaper upgrades too. So
Yep.
there are many things that are just right for ISIS on water maps, which are just wrong for Ra at the same time.
Oh,
But
and your priest can go out and do stuff, so it sort of offsets empower a little bit when you get that many goats.
yeah, but to not get me wrong, it's not impossible. This is something Ra can still win, but you have to work really hard and you have to micro really well because you cannot do the same that ISIS can. Like imagine you're fighting classic fighting against your opponent as ISIS against Ra. You do the exact same strategy, but your opponent just casts Prosperity, and so they advance much earlier and win water. So you have lost water and a slower heroic at the same time. And if you're doing the same strategy and go heroic first, they can heroic faster because of Prosperity, and they can do damage to you with AE. So there's disadvantage everywhere, and you have to defend against it really well. But if you survive it all, then Ra's advantage actually begins. And with the faster units, you can make some stuff happen. Especially because Ra's faster unit advantage is actually more... it's way stronger than people might be aware of, because they break the breakpoint where they can dodge arrows. Which means that if you micro well as a Ra player against other Egyptians, their army literally cannot win. It's basically impossible. They need to have a way better unit composition to do something. And unfortunately for Ra, Isis can usually afford that, but it is an uphill battle. And so it's a game where Isis tries to basically win with their advantage before Ra sets up into their own advantage and turns it around.
I'll be curious to see the classic gods. Do you think there's absolutely any chance of Kimo going Anubis here?
No
just
way.
For sea snakes. There's no need for it, right? Because he's not gonna be
he
that
would be
aggressive
drunk to go
on the
Anubis.
water. Yeah, he's going bust.
And he is going bust.
It would be absolutely crazy. So if he did, I'm not sure what he actually do with it. Like I suppose you could run around and try to harass the villagers with Anubites. If you micro them really well and get like 4 or 5 or something, maybe you can cause a lot of chaos in the base. I don't know.
Yeah, but now we have double bast, and that is a very dangerous selection, because Eclipse, just like Rain, might become a god power that just says delay god powers by 1 minute. And that is not a very high value god power. Because and it comes down to, can you deny enemy priests? Can you snipe enemy priests? Can you actually make enough myth units to make it worth it? And Dobr is making a second monument, but it's gonna be rough.
Game is lagging like hell.
I must be still observing the game, I just don't know.
Yeah, not sure what just happened there.
I mean, I'm still convinced that I'm not the one actually causing lag. It's just that peer-to-peer sucks. Peer-to-peer connection sucks.
It really does. That was horrible. Hopefully it stays stable now. I'm sure the players were complaining, but they'd pause if it was that bad. So. Well, some minor harassment is going down on the water.
Something to add to a comment I saw in chat. The priest spam in anticipation to AE. It's actually better than you think, because it's not something you need to even expect. You want to make the priests anyways, because they're actually underused. They're heavily underused. A priest is just 100 gold, and it actually gives you 10%, like a bit more than 10%, I think, on return when villagers drop. But for simplicity, I'm gonna say 10%, which means that if you have gathered 1000 resources and they empowered it all, it becomes 1100, which means they've already paid themselves. And 1000 resources, you can get that in like 2 minutes. So you will gather that really fast, and priests will thus pay themselves off really fast. They're like a really efficient upgrade. So you want to make them anyways, and then when AE hits, you actually have them already and just pull them from your economy, if that makes sense. So you want to make them regardless. Even if Isis didn't have AE, they're just so good.
Well, Dobr did end up making a ton of ships here in the classical age. He's gonna be staying there a little bit longer. Docks are helping out with the fight, so it does look like he's generally winning them. Kimo probably should be chilling and going heroic, considering all that. And then, you know, come back with sea chips.
Yeah, that's surprising how Kimo's doing in water actually. Getting his boat strapped on the right side too. Dobr just cleaning up house. And the bottom side, top side I mean, looking basically the same. Getting his boat trapped in the corner, Dobr cleaning up. Wow. He's taking quite the advantage here, and he's going up segment. Is he the one? Kimo is not even advancing, isn't he?
No. No, he's getting prosperity now to sort that out, though.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
This might become a very deadly Scarab Rush.
okay.
If he knows how to defend against it, it should not really do anything. But it's gonna force some priests at least.
Yeah, dude, Dobr's also getting a second TC behind this. He'll be in a pretty good position overall. He can spend his gold on a Migdol to keep things safe. Still has his back gold mine if he really must have that. The TC kind of secures the forward one there. But Kimo did end up remaking his cabinets to come back on water. Still kind of even on the bottom side, but on the top side he's winning. Yeah, Dobr is taking some really nice initiative. Neftis is coming in. The Scarab Rush will have to be soonish. 3 Scarabs, I think you can get that done. Like, imagine that. Eclipse them in the base, and then as soon as that's over, just keep spamming rain to block the Ancestors Eclipse, so... yeah, that could be really good. Also get some camels and chariots to pick off the vills. I think there's some real potential here. Where's the scarabs? Okay, 3 of them. Not gonna have enough for 4, but that's okay. Oh, there's gonna be a forward monument here. Doesn't matter. It's a global cast. Gotta go though. Now. Gotta go right meow. There it is. Oh, don't hit the Migdol. Dude, damage against unfinished buildings is nothing. Kimo just deletes it though. Scarabs are trying to get through. Oh, this is not good. He's fighting the monument and the Scorp. I don't like it. There's only so much time left. Kimo
Rough
is...
position, and I don't see Kimo have the defensive right now. Defenses, and his villagers are also not in position.
But he's making a ton of priests.
Oh, from the left side, he needs to pull villagers right now and drop granaries. And also, when someone scarab rushes you, you need to fight the scarabs with your villagers. I know it's scary, but you need to pull the villagers. Pull the boys. But make sure that before the scarabs die, you split your villagers, because you don't want poison. 2 scarabs will not kill your villagers.
Well,
wow,
they do kill the town center though.
He just straight up lets the TC go down.
Yeah, no
does
repair.
Not even fight for it.
He had the temple garrisoned with priests, by the way, so that was weird. Anyways, Kimo has won the water, and he's got hammer ships now on the dock. And Dobr has like a ton of chariots and camels here. TC is gonna come up. But I think Dobr did the damage. He's got 3 town centers. What is Kimo gonna do? He's gonna need the best Ancestors Eclipse of all time. Got a ton of villagers with that. He's quite a bit behind, but he should be able to take the water to work on that deficit. It's on the top side after all, so get those fishing ships working, I would say. Make some docks, take the entire thing. And that is kind of fine, because docks are TCs, right? That's how it works.
Yeah.
But
Still, I'm shocked that he defended this way against scarabs.
Yeah.
It should be common knowledge how to defend against them. That was like very poor play.
Yeah, he didn't even do any unfinished buildings. He just let them come in and kill him.
Yes, basically.
No effort made to stop it. Oh, imagine if they find the camels. Those would be in so much trouble, actually. But Dobr on 4 TC now. Once he maxes out, I guess he could throw down the Citadel. Get 45 TC. Max out that, and there's no way Kimo ever wins against that. By the way, comparing the eco upgrades real quick, hand axe, plow, and shaft mine. Yeah, side we've got.
Neat husbandry.
Yeah. We've got the ads, we got bow saw, and shaft mine. I really like the rain now because it blocks Ancestor's Eclipse. That's a big play for Kimo, and he can't do it.
Yeah. And also, he's up on 42 TC, so this minute that he buys time is actually quite big. Like, you remember what I said at the very beginning, that once Ra stabilizes onto a decent position, then Isis loses their advantages. And Dobr is getting close to that position, but he's not quite there yet. It's not out of he's not out of it yet. He has to hold for a while longer. And the elephant in the siege tower will be having a word with that TC very soon.
They will do. Do you think the 4 TC was a mistake? I mean, this is not going to pay off for a while. But
if he can use 1 TC to trade off AE and get into an even position afterwards, I wouldn't call it a mistake. It depends how much he loses for it.
Right.
And also, he held it for quite a while, didn't he? So he got some villages out of it.
Well, he's maxed out now on Vils. Now, if he can max out the army, that would be sick. He's only a few populations away. And
I don't know if I like the AE usage, because I think his army would have been enough to take out the TC without it. To me, this feels like an AE that he didn't need to use.
Right. I guess he can go after the Vales if Dobr doesn't garrison them.
Sure. I mean, even if he does, he can just kill the Migdal and get them anyways.
Kimo does get his third TC with this. Oh man, is he just gonna have the better mid and late game here? It's still possible. I mean, that elephant and siege tower army is terrifying.
It really is. And siege towers are incredibly strong. I'm not sure if everyone realizes how strong siege towers are. Usually, like, before the patches, villagers used to do much more damage to them. But what there is that?
That is Dober's big fleet.
Hammering.
I'm not sure that was necessary. That's a lot of them, really.
Yeah, he really hammered down that point. That is his side.
Yeah, and I think Kimo is starting to be at the point where he doesn't need to keep his fishing economy going anymore. He could just transition to full villagers. It will be done in like no time, right? Just get caravans, oh, good VoDs from Dobr, by the way. I like it.
Yeah, and the point I wanted to get at is that siege towers actually do significant damage. They aren't weak against units at all. And so, when you get a good amount of siege towers, and you can actually raid with siege towers, as stupid as it sounds, and you can basically beat armies with almost only siege towers. Like, you can have an army with 10 siege towers and just a few chariots, and your opponent's army might not be able to do anything against it.
I mean, the arrow
Because
attacks are pretty relevant, yeah. Is it 3 damage per arrow, so it's like 9 damage total?
I mean, just look at the siege tower shooting at the priest, for example. It's not gonna be that weak at all. Like, it's significant damage. And
it's not nothing.
I know it's weaker DPS in comparison to something like a chariot, but the siege tower is tanky. It's really tanky, and it's only twice the cost of a chariot. And considering that most of the arrows, like most of the damage he takes is from projectiles, siege towers are super efficient.
Okay, Kimo does not have fortified TCs yet, but he's kind of keeping up here, and trading away the chariots is really nice. He's got heavy chariots here against normal chariots.
Yeah, I am not very fond of Dobr's population count at the moment. I mean, he does have a nice caravan lead, and he also has done really well on the corner. But the fight right here, he's gonna take some damage. And also his villagers getting idle non-stop. Oh, this kid, he's still producing caravan. And the hammer ship is attacking the mark.
What is this? Kimo. Gotta delete those, honestly. Or send the siege tower. So many hammer ships. You know, it might be just good for Kimo to allow this to happen. Like, he's not gonna retake the water at this point.
No, doesn't really need to.
Although, we discussed this many times. Actually, on Anatolia, the ships are better gather rate. But this is Egypt we're talking about, right? You're gonna empower your farms.
Yeah.
That's better than fishing ships. Even on Anatolia, I think. Let's compare.
I mean, I personally just really like the utility of villagers more. Being able to build and pull them around.
Yeah,
because with
0.92.
bones, you can't move to wood, you can't move them to gold. So if you suddenly have a surplus, you can't really do anything but delete them. And,
yeah.
Or sell, but sell quickly goes bad. And now, siege tower time. That's so many. That's a really nice amount.
I guess actually the fishing ships are better right now because they have salt amphora. But once the villagers get flood control, that flips around.
Are fish salty to be fished?
What?
Are fish salty to be fished?
I'm pretty sure they don't like it. I mean...
Because the upgrade was salt amphora, but the sea is also salty.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we don't like it when the reverse happens and we make shark movies and stuff.
Ah.
Those are the worst. Sharknado is the worst shark movie ever, by the way, so... Shout out.
I'm glad that I don't know it.
This is freaking horrible.
But Dobr is also pretty glad, I assume, because he's about to turn around all the aggression.
Yes, and Kimo is
Did he get
layering
rid
as
of
well,
all the
so
siege
he's done.
towers?
He's done with this. What? What's that?
He got rid of all the siege towers, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, good hold, but Kimo is set up now. He's got caravans, not just a little bit.
Yeah, but Dobr
Dobr
has
has
way
more.
more, I think.
But
So...
they're on a really crappy route. 48 gold. Is Kimo's not better?
Well, let's see.
I guess we'll find out in a moment. These guys can tell us. No, this is the crap route from the main TC, right? 5 gold.
Nah, well, that's definitely not one of the good caravans, but...
Nope.
Let's see. Here it comes.
57. Okay, it's a little
So
bit
both
better,
are-
but kind of not great.
Only a little bit.
Yeah.
Both pretty crappy. But who is going to be mythic first? Because that's a very, very big power spike for Egyptian. Getting access to the catapult and the mythic god power, Osiris, Tornado. I mean, technically there's Meteor too, but I don't see Meteor very often by Isis. And it often ends up as a throw, honestly.
It's not that
And
great.
Osiris, like if your micro is at well,
Yep.
then
Yeah, you could keep garrisoning that guy into Migdol's towers or siege towers.
yeah,
It's-
the interesting part about that is that Son of Osiris often doesn't even get to attack, but he doesn't need to because he draws so much attention.
Yep. And if you can just shoot from a distance to a melee unit, that lightning will, it will still spread to the others. So it doesn't need to be, you know, very close to the army. You don't need to target the chariots. You just target whatever's the melee unit, and you're good that way. But Dobr is setting up some side builds, and I think he's going, oh, Mythic. Okay, there's Horus versus Tot. So, yeah, that is brutal. I don't think Kimo is gonna get to make elephants this game. If you got horror spears, those things are useless. Sheriff rate is pretty good. Actually, Dobr is getting bone bow now. That is a nice upgrade.
Yeah, I love that upgrade.
Extra full range. Yeah, I'll take that.
Oh, and really
Pretty
nice
good.
siege side build.
Yes.
I would like to see some walls there to secure the villages.
By the way, did he get... I actually didn't check. Did he get the... No. I'd like Dobr to get the siege upgrades from Sekhmet.
But Kimo actually going Toth.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal with that is.
I mean, one argument for Toth instead of Osiris is that he can use it to burst down the Citadel.
But like Phoenix are
And
terrible.
you can also use it to deny Titan. Like if you... Kimo
That's
is
true.
someone that everyone knows loves the good Titan and Wonder, if necessary. And Toth, Meteor, would be a very easy ticket for him to deny Titan or Wonder, while he himself can protect himself with monuments, so he's gonna be quite safe.
Yep, maybe that is what we will be seeing. There's a Migdol coming up here, however, from Dobr protecting his side build. Is he going to find something to tornado though? There is this TC right here. It's protected by a bunch of houses. I think it might still go down though. Sacred Cats just came in for Kimo, and he's got irrigation. Now, how is that farm gather rate now? 0.82, so if you empower that, it should be better than a dock. With Sultan Fora ships, but he's empowering the trade instead. Also a good choice. Oh, there's a catapult sieging Kimo's TC. I don't think he has what it takes right now to take that thing down. There's walls in the way. It's his own walls, so maybe he can get the Mercs past, but there are heavy camels in the way, and they have some pretty decent upgrades, so yeah, the Merc cap go down fast. Why is Dobr targeting the siege works? Just take the TC while you can, dude.
This side bit at the bottom,
It's evolving.
it's evolving. But the Phoenix says no.
Yeah, man.
But
Phoenix
the Mixer
are,
also says no.
Phoenix is so trash, though. Like, you know, it shows 40 attack, 40 attack, but they have a 2.5 second animation, I believe. So you have to divide by that for each attack. That's how they work. It's absolute garbage damage-wise. And we're gonna see Meteor clearing this out. Okay, that could be the play here. For Kimo, is he gonna go Titan? He's very, very far away from being able to afford that. It doesn't look like Meteor might finish off that Migdol after all. I think
That's
it's
actually
done
very
doing damage.
unlucky. Very unlucky Meteor. It's rare to not see it actually kill that.
Yeah,
I think Catapult should finish it off, right?
it should. Yeah,
Just
that
one
last
more
shot.
hit.
There we go.
There we go.
And the Avenger is kind of a Chad.
Not assembled.
but
Not assembled.
No, you need a few more for that. Oh, Dobr is making mass walls now. He gets a catapult up here in the back. He might be able to take this game back, I think. But he still doesn't have engineers
taking
or
it
anything.
back, he is the one on the road to victory right now. It's Kimo who has to take it back, I think. This game right now is very close to defeat for Kimo, honestly.
I don't know, it seems still very doable to me, but okay, stone walls, that's a problem. Suddenly, walls have more than double HP. He also has masons on it. But where's the catapult? It's not being made by Dobr, so he's just walling, but not really doing anything with it. Kimo is walling off the trade though. It's a big play. Non-stop mercs coming out of Kimo. And that catapult went down. I think the other catapult actually sniped it. Champion chariots are here for Dobr. Does he have all his upgrades? Almost.
Almost there.
Yeah, he's getting stones of red linen as well. So So the catapults are gonna be quite upgraded. I still like to see them have engineers, but that is an expensive upgrade.
And he's also downgrading his towers. Getting boiling oil.
Oh no. Yeah, it's deceptively bad. But these two catapults should take that TC down. Kimo is actually in so much trouble now. Pharaoh came over to empower, so that will give him some time to maybe take down those, but no, the Merc Cav are getting picked up by the chariots as they approach. There's towers
and there's
coming
a
up
third
too.
catapult.
Yeah, that's
He's
it.
not out preparing that.
Not at all. It's got some counter catapults in the back, but he'll need a miracle to make this work now.
For sure. But I don't see that miracle happening. Not today. And I think with that it would be 2-2. Kimo might actually not make it to the
That would be
grand
crazy
finals.
if Dobr
Yes.
figures this out this last game. But Mediterranean is still up, and Kimo could just play Greek or Atlantean against Ra there. That would be really tough. So Dobr would have to come up with some solution to that. Takes the 4th TC, and with that, that should be game, honestly. There's no place left for Kimo.
Yeah, this game is pretty much sealed. Dobr is winning on all sides. Except for that one right now, because it has 0 units in the
No, but it's
base,
gonna have a catapult, and then, you know, there's walls protecting this, so it's pretty good stuff.
Actually, there's a gap.
There is? Oh, no
Yes.
way.
That is not even close to a wall.
Kimo doing what he can to deny the Sand Center, but the Mercs will time out. I think it's coming up anyway, like, very slowly, but it's happening. Dobr has enough resources to not care about the idle time, so he'll force it up. The town center is getting the catapult. No! That's illegal.
It's illegal.
Oh, Kimo finished the wall off on the trade. So that is why Dobr suddenly has absolutely no gold. What is happening? Where is his market now?
But that's a bit too late, I think. The damage has already been done.
Yeah, taking that back is a big ask. But Dobr being on 190 population, like, how are you gonna kill that? There's no way. He just sold some resources and he's good again. Where market? I honestly can't see it. You're going somewhere. Well, there's a crappy one right, like, in the main base area. Okay. Whatever. When you're up, what? Almost 45 population, 44 population. You're up 44 population plus mercs. Then I think you can take a not so great market. Kimo's going Titans. Can he actually make that happen? Against
A bit late.
90 pop Dobr. Oh man. So many catapults here. They have 60 crush DPS right now.
It's a pretty late to go Titan. One good thing is the
Yeah,
Ra
sure.
does not have rocks and does not have shifting sands. So,
Yeah, and there's monument protection against.
but
Tornado.
the Ra has he? Yeah, never mind. He has. Of course, he used Eclipse. He did with his scarabs. But Tornado is up. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Yeah, that happens sometimes against ISIS that you just can't get to use Tornado because monuments keep blocking.
Tightest treasure on the map.
What?
I know. Big sad. Hey, these spearmen still don't have any of their Horus upgrades. That would be nice. Is he gonna tap out? Or did just say he's finished Titans? I think it did. Yeah, so he's gonna make it here. That's just barely protected, but obviously there's nothing to go and kill that monument. I guess he'd need to kill both. Dobr's wasting no time. Kimo's Merc's actually doing a lot of work here and taking down that catapult. He can just keep killing catapults. He's got a lot of stuff figured out for himself there. Well, Dobr's really not really trying to do anything about this. Getting his own Titan, but with Kimo being 30% done, more than 30, I think he just walks across the map and slaps that. He'll have to put all his villagers on. Oh, he knows. I guess if Dobr just puts all his villagers on his Titan, he would be finished faster, so it's good enough. And Dobr takes another game. We have a decider match in our hands, going to the full best of 5 here.
Wow. I would have never expected Kimo to be down to this point. 2-2 against Dobr.
Game 5. Kimo is gonna be playing Oranos. Everything comes down to this. The winner will advance to the finals, the grand finals of our league. This is Dobr playing as Ra. He's daring to play Ra on Mediterranean against an Oranos picker, against a Greek picker. This is rough business. Well, the loser of this still walks away with 60 bucks, so that's not too bad. But being in the finals, obviously, is also a lot of points for the next season, which is very useful for seeding. I think Dobr would want that. But still, a 3rd place, it wouldn't be the worst. It's just, he can get more out of this. Kimo already is going to be the top 1 seed next season, no matter what. Even if he doesn't beat Matrius, who's waiting in the grand finals right now. Anyway, this map. We've got the Black Lotus, and we've got the Toothed Arrows. Toothed Arrows, very nice, actually. With the Black Lotus not mattering as much. Farming income, It's going to be a lot of water mattering here. Not a lot of farming. Gold mines are fine, so I'm not sure that Kimo can win with that, but he can win the water and just dominate after, so who says Ra is allowed 2 TCs?
Yes. Can Kimo make this happen? Or can Dobr actually come out victorious and go to grand finals?
It would be a huge story for Dobr, right? Because he has never been in the finals, I believe.
I think you're right. But at the same time, Matrius beat him dominantly. 3-0.
Yeah, of course.
Very quickly. But the same is true against Kimo. Kimo also lost 3-0 really quickly against Matris, so he is looking very poised in grand finals right now.
So,
Just
Dobr did get a bronze medal before, but that's it so far.
nice.
So this is
But it's obvious. It's
very nice
always
for him.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
It's always cool to see new talent up there.
Yes. Yeah, we've been going for 6 hours again, so the communication is breaking down.
Communication breaking down. That means war. Best of 3.
It is a war game, so only appropriate.
Yeah. But there's not only new faces, there's always also old faces, such as Soup, someone who has been competing for quite a while already by now, but originally has been gone for over a decade.
Yes.
He was gone for a long time. And
Very
see
strong
him play
comeback.
again. Yeah, for sure. Like he's actually getting back to the top level, which is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. You don't?
Which goes to show that he deserved his place at the top back then when he was active, because he was an expert back in the days, and he can still compete in the modern era, even though he is kind of ancient at this point.
Ancient Soup.
Ancient Soup, right? But to be fair, in RTS games, especially the slower ones, we see it plenty in these days, and in esports, the older people can still compete. Like, look at, for example, Mister or Viper, etc. They are not the youngest people anymore,
No.
but they do really, really well. And they will do so for a long time. I don't see them being slowed down by being even 5 years older or so. They will still be very, very good. Like,
No, I think that's only a problem in StarCraft, honestly. People can play that properly until 30-ish, maybe 35 at the stretch, and then your wrist just breaks. Quite literally, unfortunately. But AOM, AOE2, arguably AOE4, no, not the case.
yeah. I guess auto queue is quite the hand saver. But
Especially that.
yeah, but there's one disadvantage to auto queue, which is not often talked about, I think, which is that unit priority. It's unit auto queue actually messes you up more often than you know, because sometimes you don't want to make a certain amount of units, or you want to make other units first when you lack the population, and auto queue is going to mess with that. Or you want to have units on a different place, but they popped out on the other side instead, so there are plenty of cases where it's gonna hurt you. And other games, like there's a difference where other games, they take up the population the moment you queue your unit. IOM does it the other way around, where you only take up the population the moment your unit is made, and you can queue up as much as you want, and it's gonna stay at 99% and instantly pop out the moment you have space. And that's exactly what opens up these issues, because otherwise you wouldn't have that. But it saves your hands, and Dobr needs to save his game, because right now he is being pressured.
Eco split is pretty nice in the base. Same for Kimo. But yeah, actually Dobr is holding on kind of nicely. What is going on? I think Kimo might be baiting for a shockwave, to be honest. I'm waiting for the ships to clump up with the formation changes. Oh, he had more cabinets in the dock. Let's go. Kimo almost losing a Byreme there. Man, these things are speedy.
Honestly, if Kimo wins this map to go into grand finals, it would be quite the story too, because Medit has been the jinx map for him. That he kind of loses all the time. You agree, right?
Yeah, I mean,
It's-
every time Kimo picks his first game's map, he loses, right? But he doesn't do that anymore because we changed the rules and he's number 1 on the ladder, so he doesn't get that anymore. But right now he's getting outnumbered is what he's getting. Not just a little bit, like 25 cabinets to, what is this? 19 by Reams? That is a problem. Oh, there's a bunch more here, okay.
Yeah.
But they're just running through arrow fire.
Still, I'm surprised. Where did Kimo's Hades go?
What's a Hades?
What happened to his Greek?
yeah, he used
Where's-
to like it.
Yeah, he played mostly Greek in the tournaments leading up to this one, and now he's been playing so much ISIS.
Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
I understand the Aranos because usually when he picks it, he wins, but I guess the same is true for Greek. Usually he picks it, he wins too, but ISIS hasn't been going that well for him actually.
Yeah, dude, and Dobr is playing kind of out of his mind here. I mean, he's gonna be a little bit outnumbered here, so I wouldn't mind him pulling back. Kimo actually outnumbering so hard right now. Doesn't even need to worry too much about pullback micro. Just trade the low HP ships for full HP ones, honestly. And that might be a good move. He's gonna slightly win this fight.
Wow.
And should be able to keep that snowballed after the fishing ships get pushed off.
Can Kimo clutch this?
I think he already did, but whether that stays that way... Yeah, I think that's enough ships now to keep control. But he shouldn't stop making them. Just max out again, and then take these. Dobr is gonna GG out! Kimo advances to the tournament finals, the league finals, the grand finals. So very well done to Dobr. He's taken Kimo to a game 5, exhausted him. No doubt is going to get a thank you message from Matthews for that. Whatever way the finals goes, takes home $60 and the bronze medal. So very well done by Dobr.
Definitely.
It's
Congratulations to Dobr.
Huge
He
congrats.
played really well to get this far.
We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep hosting events. As we reach higher subscription goals, we can increase the prize pools of the events we host. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description. And remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.